This lockdown has taught us many things, and for me, just like Mrs. Hardy, it's made me appreciate the area where I live, and has reminded me of the importance of family, as well as my family history. It may be hard to believe, but I've actually started running. Well, more of a walk or a jog. But it gets me up out the house in the morning, and it's made me think about what there is around me, right under my nose. Some of you might realise from reading my Strava posts, right, that I live in Glastonbury. 4 generations of my family have lived here, so I'm obviously a Somerset girl born and bred.
Now Glastonbury, for most of you, probably means a festival, a pop festival with millions of people and numerous amounts of bands from the very famous to the unheard. The festival is, in fact, actually 6 miles to the east of Glastonbury in a place called Pilgrim, so only on occasions do we hear the beat of the music. This month, however, as you can guess, the festival was cancelled. So here I am riding my horse. It's called Vixen, and we're riding currently along the lane that borders the Pilgrim Festival. So currently at this time of year there would usually be a huge fence going all the way past where I'm riding, and we would see lots of things going up, and probably I wouldn't ride around here then because it would be a bit dangerous. But today, this year, no Pilgrim Festival. So it's peaceful, it's beautiful, the animals and the birds are singing. I often see deer, I see rabbits. And then that week of the year when it's Pilgrim, things change. So this year, I think the residents who live around here are actually quite pleased that it's really, really peaceful. So back to my life here in Glastonbury. My great-grandfather was born and lived here. He worked as a right-hand man and a gardener to a lady called Alice Buckton. Alice owned Chalice Well, which is still a popular tourist destination in Glastonbury. In the gardens there is a well which is believed to have sprung from the ground where the chalice, the Holy Grail, that Jesus drank from on the Last Supper, was placed by Joseph of Arimathea. The water from the well is reddish in colour and tasting of iron, has been claimed to possess healing properties. Now Alice Buckton was a writer who knew Tennyson, and she wrote a famous play called Eager Heart. My grandfather starred in this play as a shepherd, and you can see him here in this photograph. So it is from him that I obviously inherited my love of the theatre. It was with great pleasure that I myself took on the role of Eager Heart only a few years ago and appeared in the same play performed by my great-grandfather 100 years previously. Glastonbury is also famous for its abbey, now a beautiful ruin, and the final resting place of King Arthur and Guinevere. I spent most of my childhood looking at the abbey, as I attended St. Louis Convent School, which sits right opposite. The school is now flats, but it holds many memories for me. My last classroom was on the top floor. We had a huge assembly hall with a stage that is now gone, and an old people's home was built on the site. I took my first steps on the stage there as an actress, and in the next clip you will see my picture, and I wonder if you can spot me in the picture. That was one of my first appearances on stage. This is Glastonbury Tor that you can see, and it's one of the most fascinating tourist attractions. A long walk will take you to the summit where the views are breathtaking.
Standing now is called Wearial Hill. It is one of the routes I try to run in the morning, and certainly being up high wakes me up. It is said to be called Wearial Hill because Joseph of Arimathea was establishing Christianity across Britain, visiting with other disciples. He stuck his staff in the ground when he arrived and said, "Weary all." The staff blossomed into a tree, which was called the Holy Thorn. Sadly, it was vandalised in 2010, and so the only remaining Holy Thorn now grows in St. John's churchyard, and is a sprig is sent to the Queen at Christmas.
So being at home has made me look again at all the important things in my local area and really appreciate where I live and where I've grown up and where my family have lived for a long time. So my final thought is that you need to get out and enjoy what is around you while life is slightly quieter. Never take for granted what is on your doorstep, and remember your family history.